Ha ha. You better choose yourself and let's get it. Welcome to another episode on the Choose Yourself channel, dedicated to triggering you to choose yourself through radical accountability, healing through humor. Ha ha. You better choose yourself and let's get it. Welcome to another episode on the Choose Yourself channel, dedicated to triggering you to choose yourself through radical accountability, healing through humor, and the Choose Yourself community. The CYC, come on now. You got to invest in yourself to be the best of yourself. In this episode here, we're going over self-investment with the best ROI you could ever get. We're talking about the most delayed ROI on the planet. You got to fill up your cup and then pour from an overflow. What you doing? You going to try to pour from a half glass? How you going to half-ass your life? Do your people deserve that? Don't you want to give them more love, energy, productivity, and authenticity? Well, that's why you got to invest in yourself with time, energy, and resources. Come on now, this is the fourth pillar of the Choose Yourself process. We got trigger points, environment, foundation, investment. That's pillar 4. TEFI, TEFI. But the full acronym is TEFIC. That's the title of the Choose Yourself process. Have you read the TEFIC? I live by the TEFIC. You should tap into the TEFIC. The TEFIC saved my life. Watch, it's going to be a thing one day. Y'all just wait. But pillar 4 is investment. The most important investment, the most valuable investment is self-investment. Come on now, stop financing your distractions and invest in yourself like you mean it. Because self-worth shows up in your calendar, not your credit report. Come on now, what you doing? Everybody say they want to level up, but most people can't even level with themselves. Can you sit with yourself? Listen to your thoughts, process your emotions. You got to invest in yourself with time, energy, and resources, and the hidden ROI of eliminating toxins and distractions. See, we forget about that. Investment oftentimes can mean divestment. I don't know if that's a word, but it is today, where you divest your toxic consumption, you break free of your addictions, you stop with the people-pleasing and victim mentality, take accountability, and then invest your time, energy, and resources into the version you want to be. That's why we're here today. So I hope you increased your awareness through your trigger points. I hope you eliminated your distractions with environment evaluation. I hope you damn sure set the foundation with your routines before and after your sleep. And now, you done increased your self-worth. Now it's time to make those valuable choices that align with the character you developed through this process. Now, I didn't always invest in myself, okay? I used to work 18-hour days. I'd work until 2 a.m., wake up at 7 a.m., do it all over again. And through that transition, I realized you can't mistake busyness for progress. There's a balance between productivity and being busy. And you'll find that out soon if you're building a business or you're building a community or you're building a movement from your story, which is the purpose of the TEFIC, the Choose Yourself process, to get you to embrace the story, develop your purpose, and give it back to the people you love, because that's your gift. It ain't going to be a gift if you keep it to yourself. Now, that's choosing selfish. That's not choosing yourself, all right? The paradigm shift came when I realized managing your time increases your self-worth, which then allows you to contribute and add value to others. But you got to be selfish with your time, energy, and resources to an extent. Understand your capacity and how much you can give to others before you pass that threshold. How much you can give to others before you start sacrificing sleep. How much you can give to others before you start sacrificing your peace. That comes with the systems and the foundation to start to understand what investments are going to invest in that person that's developed in your foundation. The characteristic traits that you've now acquired in the foundation. All right. Now, why is self-investment important? Well, you release dopamine with progress. First things first. So you invest in yourself, you automatically progress. Get that dopamine. That's the real dopamine, not the quick dopamine. Quick dope get you sick quick. Come on now. And decision fatigue is a real thing. For real. It burns out the prefrontal cortex. We know about the prefrontal cortex from the last episode. the anterior cingulate cortex, the dorsal cortex, the ventral cortex, the salience network, cognitive ability, awareness, and decision making. You don't want to tire out your prefrontal cortex. Come on now. That's like driving a road trip with 200,000 miles on your car. You're going to be scared every mile, thinking the transmission about to blow out. Same thing with your life. Chess players actually can burn more calories than an athlete because thinking burns that much energy. Evaluating decisions and choices and thinking ahead literally burns more calories than an athlete, or it can if you're a good chess player. So to make it easier on yourself and your decisions, you set the foundation, increase your self-commitment, increase your belief, increase your confidence. So when you get into the world, you already have your environment evaluated. You already have a system internally to process the triggers so you don't get all confused, shaking around. What do I choose? Emotion, habits, what they want, disappointment, rejection, judgment. I'm tired. I need a nap. See? We can eliminate all that. You leave the crib, you already know who you are. You already know what you want. You know what's in alignment. And your intuition is aware of things that don't match your frequency because you do the self-investment. You think differently when you know what's possible. Read books, listen to stories, podcasts that are in alignment with the stuff you're trying to learn. While you're watching BS, reality TV, news, violence, goddamn listening to ratchet music and freaking other people. So you invest in yourself, you access dopamine. You invest in your foundation, awareness, and understanding of yourself. You eliminate decision fatigue, which gives you more energy for your people. Come on now. Your focus is the currency. Doom scrolling, that's inflation. You're going to skip your bedtime so you can look at other people's lives. What are you doing? Plug your phone in. What is your digital sunset? Stick to it. You're going to watch the sunset, but you won't have a digital sunset. Come on now. The CYC is a perfect example. $1 a day. You spend more than that a day on some bullshit. Don't lie. One coffee. Yep, you already did it. One processed food snack. You already did it. One quick fix. Yep, you already invested more. And it don't even got to be about the dollar. It's about the time you wasting too. And it's about the struggle that goes on in your mind when you're addicted to something and you're constantly thinking about it. You're taking up space in your mind. Now you got decision fatigue again just because you're looking for the next hit, next quick fix, next quick dope. Damn. We're trying to prevent all that. Now, the CYC going to help you with community, connection, accountability, time management, self-prioritization. 1 hour a week. Can you do that for yourself? I'm there every week. I build my life around that. It's important to me. All right? Now, invest in your time, energy, resources back into yourself. Let's talk about time. Everybody got the same 24 hours. I don't want to hear it. There's people who have less time than you and still find time for themselves. How do successful people have time for themselves all the time? How do athletes make time for themselves? How do good parents make time for themselves? It can be done. You can also half-ass your career and be stuck in it because you never excelled their expectations enough to break free. How do you invest in yourself to develop the character and then use your job, your day job, your obligations to continue to sharpen and improve those traits? You got to change your focus. We're not, oh my God, I'm freaking working for Amazon. I'm DoorDash. Oh my God, I'm bartending. I'm a freaking nurse. I want to do. No. How can we do DoorDash with gratitude, efficiency, and stay calm? You can also listen to audiobooks. That's investment, sound investment, audio investment. How can I be a bartender, be around temptation, still choose my intention, be able to show my personality to others, be able to create an experience for others? You're going to have to do that in your business. Work on the traits, okay? You can't be productive when you're half-assing your life. There's a balance to it, but they got us in the consumption loop. And if you're stuck in it, you got to break free with the CYC. Now, I used to stay out till 3. Now I wake up at 3. It's still 3 a.m., but what was I doing at 3 a.m.? That changed because my focus changed. My purpose changed. My boundaries changed. My self-worth changed. My self-efficacy, awareness, emotional intelligence, it all changed so that my investments changed. So if you don't think you're worth it, start by following through with what you say to increase your self-worth. Now, nighttime, you can invest your time into comfortability, into binge watching, binge scrolling, eating BS, which is going to overflow into your sleep, into your next day. Or you can invest your time into digital sunset, nighttime routine, reading, awareness, planning for tomorrow. Same amount of time, different choices. It's up to you. You can invest your time in the morning into hitting the snooze, rushing through to get ready for work, rushing to work, being late, complaining about traffic, grabbing something quick from Starbucks, grabbing a quick breakfast burrito from McDonald's is going to make you shit your brains out in 30 minutes when you get to work anyways. You can do that, or you can wake up on time, stretch your body, brush your teeth, scrape your tongue, wash your ass, wash your hands, wash your clothes, wash your sheets, clean the crib, stretch, meditate, journal. Both of those take the same amount of time. Which one are you going to choose? The only way to add more time to your life is to invest your time right now into yourself. Health, relationships, sleep, exercise, prayer, gratitude. Those things may not pay off right now because you have to wait till you get in the environment and you're able to control your emotions to be able to see the results. The quick dope, you get the effect right away. Sugar, then it's gone. Nicotine, then it's gone. Caffeine, I'm hyped, now I crashed. Instant dope, all right? Choosing yourself is about delayed gratification, but also balance. You know the formula. 80% healthy, 20% fun, 100% happy. Life can't be redone. But if you're talking about 20% fun every day, you have now surpassed 20%. You must go to jail. I'm just playing. This ain't Monopoly, but some of y'all playing Monopoly with your life. Mini exercise, 24-hour time audit. Write down your day tomorrow, the night before. Digital sunset, write down every hour what you're going to be doing. Try that. See if that don't alleviate some pressure about your mind racing about what you got to do tomorrow. You just wrote it down. Now you're cool. Now you cleared up space in your mind. You ain't got to deal with that decision fatigue. I know from sales, partnering with my uncle in the liquor industry, selling liquor from bar to bar, going to 1,500 plus bars and restaurants for 5 years. You don't want to make them think too hard. They're going to say no. You don't want to make it too hard on the buyer, on the person you're trying to convince, because they will say no if they get too fatigued from your sales pitch. Same way with yourself. It's you versus you. Don't make things too difficult because you will get discouraged and you'll give up. Then all the excuses surface. But if you say, I can wake up, do 1, 2, 3, then worry about the rest of the day. Now the mind's like, oh shit, 2-minute meditation, 3 things I'm grateful for, 10 push-ups. I could do that. Now you look at Hakeem's foundation, 12 hours and a whole bunch of shit in there. I ain't doing that. I can't do that. Probably not, but you can get there because I didn't always do it. All right? Now, invest into yourself. Time, energy, resources. Invest in your energy. How can you do that? Well, energy is expensive. All right? Stop giving discounts to people who drain you. Discounts are for people who can't afford it that you believe in. But then again, you got to know your capacity and your threshold before you say, all right, that's enough. I tried. Can't nobody help nobody if they don't help themselves. Understand that. Stop with the people pleasing. A lot of times people give their energy to other people and start pleasing other people because they're empty inside because they can't please themselves. So they want the appreciation of someone else so they can feel fulfilled. I'm telling you this now. You're giving that half glass, half-ass energy. That's what you're doing. You're going to skip your foundation, but you wake up on time to get on the flight. Skip your foundation every day, but you wake up on time to pick up someone from the airport. Skip your foundation every day, but you wake up on time to wake your kids up to go to school so they can learn from somebody else. Skip your foundation, but you won't be late to work for somebody else. When you going to do the work for yourself? When you going to wake up on time for you, to choose you, to be your best for the other people that come after that and then break free of the shit you don't like to do? Reverse now. Put that in reverse. Choose yourself to be chosen. Don't lose yourself and stay frozen. Come on now. Now you got your mirror neurons. Your neurons are going to mirror your environment, which is why pillar 2 is important. Evaluate your environment. Is it in alignment with who I want to be? This is why you got to choose yourself in front of your kids because they got their mirror neurons is firing all day, every day. They're doing what you do, not what you say. Now, if the neurons reflect chaos, toxicity, gossip, drama, negativity, you will start to fatigue. Unless you consume those things in solitude. Then you're in alignment. You're right at home. You ever have to take a nap after certain people? Yep, didn't align. Mirror neurons were shot. Okay? Your morning movement is an energy deposit. Arguing online, arguing with people, energy debt. Meditation, foundation, reinvestment. The systems to replenish and recover. The systems also allow you the confidence, the faith, to go into environments that may not align, just in case you might have to help somebody. just in case there might be a new opportunity you got to get through to get to the next phase. It gives you confidence to go in those environments when you know yourself, your standards, and your boundary by what you do in solitude. You evaluate investments based off of your choices on your own. Your investments will change when your foundation is strengthened. Your investments will change when you become aware of your trigger points and turn them into turning points, because you can turn the trigger into a self-investment with elimination or elevation. Either one, but you got to be aware first. Come on now. Now, I've been in situations before where I've been taken advantage of. We all have. But how long does it last? And how aware are you of it? And then when you realize it, how fast can you be accountable instead of being triggered again by the next person? I've had times where I've overworked my pay, worked more than I was getting paid for. I've had times where I thought people were on the same journey, but they were using me to boost their own. And because of my kind spirit, they don't call me Kind Hakeem for nothing, I allowed it to go on for too long. But once I realized it, the quickest thing I could do was get over it, get after it, realign, reestablish my boundaries, and now take that experience as wisdom. Now I know. If another motherfucker tried to do that again, turning point. Prevent the breaking point. Come on now. That's the purpose of life. It don't get easier. You just get better at it. Invest in yourself to be the best of yourself. Pillar 4 of the TEFIC. Time, energy, resources. Now, what resources can you invest in yourself? We talking about money. We talking about money. You got to self-invest into yourself. What you eating, what you're watching, the events you go to, what you do on vacation, your clothing, your bed. You need to have a nice bed. You're in your bed, dang, 30 of your life. Invest in your bed, invest in nice shoes. You need your feet your whole life. It's holding all your weight. These are things that changed for me once I started to choose myself. I'm like, why I got this shitty-ass bed? But I'm still going out every weekend. Well, I got these cool-ass shoes that everybody likes, but my damn toes is hurting. Now I got turf toe, but I push through the pain, because everybody likes these Jordans. Especially women. Y'all wearing high heels all dang day, and your feet all fucked up. Now your back hurt. Nice calves, though. Be selective. If you're wearing heels, you know that that's not the natural way of the foot. Feet looking like you do ballet on asphalt. Come on now, girl. I see your toes showing through your damn the pinky toe popping out the side. Screaming, help me, help me. All pink, purple, and pussy. Your money does not change you. It amplifies your habits. If a gambler gets rich, he gonna make bigger bets. If an addict hits the jackpot, he getting more drugs. If a thief robs the bank, he gonna want a bigger bank. Now, if you already invest into sleep, you get more money, probably get a better bed. If you invest into your gut health, get more money, you probably invest into the gut repair solution, which I do have available. 7 salads in a shake, 4 days worth of fruit, veggies, protein, and a gut repair solution, all in one pack. So if you're dealing with chronic illness, autoimmune disease, if your mouth smells like your butt because you don't cleanse your gut, you need the gut repair solution. DM me for that. We got that. If you already invest into travel for purpose and intention, you get more money, you probably do more of that. Money doesn't change you. It amplifies your habits. And making that payment to something increases the commitment follow-through rate to 95%. You spend your money, you're going to go get your ROI, because we've been conditioned for money to be the most important thing on the planet. But it goes health, time, relationships, money, in that order. Without your health, you're going to use your time to recover, and you can't contribute to your relationships, and you're going to use your money to get your health back. If you don't got time for yourself, well, you won't have time for your health. You won't have time for your foundation. You won't have time for your relationships. You might be spending all your time on money, but then what? At what cost? Is it worth the medical bills? Come on now. If you prioritize relationships, well, now you live in other people's lives. Because you constantly doing shit for other people, skipping yourself, sacrificing your time to give to others, sacrificing your ability to make income so you can go do something for somebody else. Or maybe you are making income by prioritizing contribution at work instead of setting boundaries and getting back to your foundation. Health, time, relationships, money. Okay? Your body is not Amazon Prime. You can't rush ship results with cheap habits. Now, once I started investing into my gut, my choices changed. My consumption changed. My balance changed. My system changed. That was one of my first big investments, besides moving to New York City, was gut health, gut repair solution. I've always paid for my gym. So I've always had that investment. Investing into coaching and advisors and mentorships, also a huge investment. Investing into retreats, workshops, networking opportunities, also a huge investment. Once you start doing these things and realize what you get from them, it becomes an easy decision to do. Do I want to spend $1,000 on a bag or $1,000 on a ticket to go change my life? Do I want to get some shoes for $350? Or do I want to get the gut repair solution so I can take most steps at the end of my life? Hopefully where I don't need shoes, because I'll be on the beach somewhere. Come on now. It really hit me when I realized my liquor tabs and bar tabs and Uber rides could have paid for goddamn therapy. For real. I said, damn, that's a lot just to have fun. I don't barely remember it. Evaluate your environment, your investments, and your consumption. All right. Pillar 4, self-investment, time, energy, resources. And the 4th one, the hidden investment, elimination. Every yes costs a no somewhere. Quitting vices is not punishment. It's profit in disguise. Eliminating sugar, liquor, weed, porn, nicotine, caffeine, processed foods, quick fixes, instant dopamine are actually energetic investments. You drink caffeine, it blocks a receptor in your brain. That's supposed to tell you you're tired. So it's not like you're not tired, you're just blocking a receptor. Smoke nicotine feels like a stress reliever, but you're actually increasing cortisol in the long term. Stay up late doom scrolling, sacrificing your sleep. There's a balance to this. There's a pendulum swing. Okay? So eliminating your addictions give you more mental clarity during the day. Eliminating your dependencies allow you to tap into your purpose instead of tapping into something to make you feel like, oh, I can only go around people unless I have this drink. I can only go to a movie or a comedy show unless I smoke this joint. Every time I drink, I need to do a bump. I can only speak my mind after a couple glasses of wine. I can't eat until I smoke. I can't sleep until I smoke. I don't want to do it with my kids until I have caffeine. I can't work out without pre-workout. These are causing a block between your intention and your emotion. That's why we do a challenge 3 times a year, 30 days of no instant gratification, no vices. Tap in with that, invest in yourself. It's a lot easier with a foundation. So we got a 30-day, 90-day foundation program to help you lock in with the systems and routines to help you stay structured and dedicated through the challenge. Inner size. Pick a vice, eliminate it. If it's something you do right in the morning, give yourself 2 hours. If you wake up, hit the vape, wait an hour. If you wake up, get caffeine, wait an hour. Start there. Start small. If you got a problem bringing your phone to bed, plug it in across the room. If you always eat processed food at lunch so you can get back to work for somebody else, make some food. Bring it to work. That is the hidden investment, is elimination. Okay? How does self-investment impact the other pillars of the TEFIC, the Choose Yourself process? TEFIC, triggers, environment, foundation, investment, contribution. Next episode will be pillar 5, contribution. Self-investment helps with the triggers because investing time into your self-work reduces reactivity, increases your awareness so you can identify the triggers in the environment instead of reacting to what the environment made you feel inside. How does self-investment impact your environment? Well, once you start to increase your self-worth, you attract that level of frequency. You attract that level of self-belief. You move differently when you invest in yourself, and people going to see that, and they're going to treat you differently. Manipulators, con artists, they won't look at you as a victim. They're going to look at you and just walk away. They might close their eyes. They might ask for help. How does self-investment impact your foundation? Well, the foundation is self-investment. Interchangeable. Investing in a routine makes discipline automatic. Investing in your foundation is the core of the TEFIC, and that's what's going to help you identify triggers, evaluate your environment, and invest in yourself. So start with your nighttime routine and morning routine. Come on now. How you going to get to your dream life if you don't even sleep? You dream in your sleep. Then you're going to wake up and kill your dreams with the snooze button. You're going to hit the dream killer button. Woke up from your dreams, had a chance to chase your dreams, but got back in bed and took a nap. What you doing? Come on now. You stack awareness, environment, and foundation, your investment is going to change automatically. So you ain't got to worry about what to eliminate and what to invest into right now. Do the work, sit down, do the work on pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3, Tap in with the CYC, get the book, foundational material with all the systems, tap in with me, then you'll start to see the value and effectiveness of these systems. And then when you're ready, we can work together. And when it's time, you can meet me in Costa Rica. I'm doing 2 retreats a year. June 18th, 2026 is the next one in Costa Rica. That's the ultimate self-investment where we combine all the pillars of the TEFIC, all the pillars of the Choose Yourself process. We combine that with embracing your story, creating your personal brand, and then contributing to others, all in one trip. Combining authenticity, accountability, and relaxation and celebration all in one. That's what these CYC retreats are about. So don't forget, self-investment is not selfish unless it's impacting the people around you in a negative way. You can't invest time, energy, and resource into yourself too much, and it will be selfish. But that's why you got to understand your capacity. How much do you need to fill up your cup? Don't fill it up and then overflow back onto yourself. The overflow is for everyone else. That's the gift. Self-investment is the security for anyone who depends on your growth. If you got people that depend on you, you must invest in yourself. You're going to do a software update for your phone. You sharpen your knives before you cook. You get a tune-up, oil change before a road trip. But you just floating through life with no tune-up, no software update, and no sharpening. What you think is going to happen? You're just going to be rolling around getting thick. And not the good kind of thick, the sick kind of thick. Come on now. For this week, inner size. Pick one thing to invest, one thing to eliminate. You can add something to your foundation. You can tap into a community, the CYC. You can grab a book. You can book your spot on the retreat. You can start buying whole foods, organic foods. You can eliminate your toxins. Stop putting sugar in your coffee. Stop drinking caffeine so early. Stop vaping right away. Skip the snooze button. Pick one thing you're going to invest that you're going to add, time, energy, resources. Pick one thing you're going to eliminate, the hidden investment, and DM your plan to me for some accountability. Now, if you want to just take off on your journey, the 90-day foundation program is guaranteed to change your life. I'm ready for you. We got the 30-day speed foundation, which is a condensed version, and the book has everything in it. It just doesn't have me. Well, it has my story, just not me walking around in the book, meeting you on Zoom in the book. No, I'll be online, but I see you online if you're ready to shine. Come on now, you got a GYM, and that's grow your mind with inner size. So stop balling out and start building in the systems. That's when everything else is aligned, okay? Some people got a nice whip and a cheap body. You got a nice crib, cheap body. Nice outfit, cheap body. No. Nice body, nice skin, nice energy, cheap clothes. Nice body, nice skin, nice energy, affordable house. Nice body, nice skin, nice energy, affordable car. Flip your priorities around. I'm going to leave you with the boundary bullseye. It's in chapter 8 of my book. Write a circle on your page. Write a bigger circle around that. Write another circle around that. So it should look like a bullseye. The center is the core, most important. Time, energy, love, belief, core values, moral compass, in the core. The non-negotiables. You build your life around these. That's your cup. Fill it up and pour from an overflow. The second ring is the obligations you have and the people that benefit from your investment into your core. That's your family. That's your business, your community, your church. That's social media. That's connection to the outside world. How much do you have to give them? Depends on how much you invest in your core. Now, the third ring is just things you like to do. Sugar, liquor, weed, porn, nicotine, caffeine, staying out late, binge scrolling, binge watching, gambling, video games. You'd like to do those. But a lot of people will go from the outside ring in. They do what they want to do, give the rest of what they got to their family, and wonder why they can't sleep. Wonder why you can't wake up on time. Because you didn't prioritize your core values. Come on now. Invest in your core so you can pull from an overflow. Next episode, the final pillar of the TEFIC, the C, the fifth pillar, creation and contribution. That's the overflow. How you going to do that? How you going to share your gift without draining your glow? That's the overflow. Come on now. Tap in with the CYC every Tuesday at 10 a.m. EST, the mental gym, GYM, and that's grow your mind. In the meantime, Keep the gratitude in your attitude and choose yourself.